Something found you today. Not the algorithm, not a recommendation, not a coincidence. Something older than all of that moved you toward this moment. And I need you to understand that before we go any further, because what I am about to tell you is not something I say to everyone. This specific message, this specific energy, it has been circling someone. And that someone is you. I want you to stop whatever you are doing right now. Put everything else down. Because the universe just handed me something about you that I genuinely did not expect. And I have been doing this long enough to know the difference between a gentle nudge and a full transmission. This is a full transmission. Your name is alive right now. Not in a small way. Not in a passing way. In the kind of way that changes rooms when it enters them. In the kind of way that makes people go quiet before they speak it. Like your name carries actual weight. Actual gravity. Like saying it out loud requires something from the person saying it. And someone out there is discovering that right now. Before I tell you what I am seeing, I need to explain something about how energy works, because this is not just about romance. This is not just about someone missing you. What is happening around you right now is bigger than that. It is a convergence. The universe operates in cycles. And most of us spend our entire lives inside one version of ourselves, one story, one limitation, one ceiling, without ever realizing that the ceiling was never real. It was placed there by experiences that were designed to test you, not define you. And here is what I know about you, and I mean you, the specific person watching this right now. You went through something real, something that had weight and texture and darkness in it. It was not a small inconvenience. It was not a rough week. It was the kind of thing that reaches into the center of who you are and asks the most terrifying question a human being can be asked. Who are you when everything is taken from you? Most people never get asked that question. The universe only asks it of the ones it has specific plans for. Because the answer, your answer, is the thing that unlocks everything that comes next. And you answered it. Maybe not perfectly. Maybe not gracefully. Maybe you fell apart first. Maybe there were nights you could not explain to anyone around you. Maybe there were mornings you had to rebuild yourself from the very first breath just to get through the day. But you answered it, and the universe heard that answer. And it has been moving things ever since. Now, let me tell you about this person. Because there is someone in your world, and when I say your world, I mean the specific constellation of people that orbit your life. There is someone who has been sitting with something they cannot fully explain. They think about you at strange times, not just when something reminds them of you, not just when your name comes up in conversation. I mean at 2 a.m. when the room is completely quiet and there is no reason for any particular thought to arrive. You arrive. You just appear in their mind like you belong there, like your presence in their thoughts is not optional, and they have stopped trying to understand why. Here is what I want you to really feel, because this part matters. This person does not just think about who you were. They are not replaying a memory of you from some earlier chapter. They are thinking about this version, the one that exists right now, after everything, the one that came through the fire and is still standing. That is the version they cannot get out of their head. And when they think about you, something happens in their chest that they do not have clean language for. It is not quite longing, though longing is part of it. It is not quite admiration, though admiration is absolutely there. It is something closer to recognition. Like their soul knows something about you that their mind is still catching up to. Like they are looking at someone and thinking, I do not fully understand what you are, but I know it is rare. And I know I have never encountered it before. That is the energy surrounding you right now. That is what your name is doing in someone else's world. But I need to go deeper than that, because the universe is not just showing me this person. It is showing me why this person. And to understand the why, I have to take you back. There was a version of you, and you know exactly which version I mean, that was operating from a place of depletion. A version of you that was giving and giving and giving to situations and people that were quietly, consistently taking. Not always dramatically. Sometimes it was subtle. Sometimes it was the kind of erosion you do not notice until one day you look in the mirror and realize you have been making yourself smaller for so long that you forgot you were doing it. And the cruelest part of that time was not the pain itself. The cruelest part was that someone or something or a collection of situations had a specific investment in keeping you small, in keeping you uncertain, in keeping you just unstable enough that you would not notice what was being taken from you. Because a person who knows their worth is very difficult to manipulate. A person who stands fully in who they are does not accept less. And that was inconvenient for certain people. So they worked on the foundation, not the surface, the foundation. They worked on what you believed about yourself when no one was watching. And for a while it worked. I am not saying this to reopen anything. I am saying it because the universe needs you to see that survival clearly, not as something that simply happened to you, but as something you actively chose your way through. Every single day that you kept going during that time was a conscious act of courage, even when it did not feel like courage, even when it felt like simply surviving. The universe was watching every single one of those days. And what it saw in you during the hardest ones, that is what it is now reflecting back to you through the people entering your life. Through this person, through everything that is beginning to shift. You did not just survive that chapter. You became someone because of it that could not have existed any other way. And that someone, this someone, is what people cannot look away from now. Let me bring you back to the present moment. Because right now, and I mean right now as you are watching this, there is an energy that has been building around you that is unlike anything I have felt in a long time. It is the energy of arrival. Not arrival as in something coming towards you from far away. Arrival as in something that has already reached you and is simply waiting for you to recognize it. Like a door that has been open for longer than you realized, and you have been standing one step away from it without knowing. This person, the one whose thoughts keep finding you, they are standing at their own version of that door right now. And they are terrified in the most beautiful way. The kind of terrified that only happens when something matters enormously. When the stakes feel real. When you are about to do something that could change everything, and you know it and your whole body knows it. They are rehearsing. They are literally rehearsing how to reach you. And here is the thing I find sacred about that. People do not rehearse conversations with people who do not matter. You do not lose sleep over word choice for someone you are casual about. The anxiety this person is caring about how to approach you, how to say what they mean, how to be seen as worthy of your time. That anxiety is a direct measurement of your value in their world, and the measurement is enormous. But underneath all of it, the admiration, the protectiveness, the rehearsed opening lines, underneath all of that, what the universe is showing me is something quieter and more powerful than any of it. They miss you, not in the way you miss something that is gone, in the way you miss something you are still hoping to fully have, like standing outside a warm room and being able to see through the glass, but not yet being inside. That specific kind of missing, full of longing and possibility at the same time. That is what they are carrying, and they are carrying it every day. Now here is where I need to say something that the universe has been very specific about delivering to you today. You have been using the wrong mirror. For too long, you have been seeing yourself through the reflection that damaged situations left behind, through the eyes of people who needed you to be less, so they could feel like more, through the lens of your hardest moments rather than through the lens of what those moments revealed about you. And that mirror, that distorted, limited, deliberately diminishing mirror, is not the truth of you. It never was. The real mirror is this person. The real mirror is the way your name lands in their mouth differently than other names. The real mirror is the way a room shifts when you walk into it, even when you are convinced you are invisible. The real mirror is the way people who encounter you at your most real, most unfiltered, most unguarded, walk away changed. Not slightly different. Changed. Like something in them recalibrated at a frequency they did not know existed before you. That is not a coincidence. That is not luck. That is the fingerprint of the universe on your life. You were built for something specific. You carry something specific, a frequency, an energy, a quality of presence that does not exist in surplus in this world. And the people who are meant to recognize it, they always do. They always will. Because that kind of thing cannot be hidden no matter how hard a person tries to make themselves small. Your light does not go out because someone tried to cover it. It just waits. It waits with extraordinary patience for the moment when the hand moves away, and then it fills the room. That moment is now. The hand has moved. The room is filling, and the people who are meant to see you are seeing you fully, completely, with nothing filtered or diminished or translated into something easier to manage. They are seeing all of it, and they are not leaving. But I need to be honest with you about something, because real spiritual guidance is not just comfort. Real spiritual guidance sometimes asks something of you. The universe is not just delivering a message about someone else's feelings. It is delivering a message about a choice that is sitting in front of you right now. Because here is the truth, and feel this deeply, please. You have spent real time, real energy, real pieces of yourself waiting to be chosen, waiting for someone to finally see you clearly and then act on what they see, waiting for proof that you are worth the effort, worth the risk, worth someone showing up fully and saying, I see you and I am not going anywhere. And that waiting came from a real place. It came from wounds that were real. It came from a version of you that had been told in 100 quiet ways that you needed to earn what should have simply been given. But here is what the universe is asking you to hear today. The waiting is over. Not because someone is about to rescue you. Not because this person is about to say the perfect thing and make everything make sense. But because you are done waiting. Something has shifted in you at a level that goes deeper than thought. At a soul level. At the level where the universe does its most permanent work. You are not the person who accepts the minimum anymore. You are not the person who makes themselves smaller so someone else can feel comfortable. You are not the person who waits outside the room, hoping to be invited in. You are the person who is the room. And this person, this beautiful, terrified, rehearsing their opening line person, they already know that. They have always known that. That is why they are terrified. You do not rehearse for someone ordinary. You rehearse for someone who makes you want to be better than you have been. That is what you are to them. So let me leave you with what the universe actually sent me here to say. Because everything before this was context. This is the message. You are at the end of one chapter and the beginning of something that does not have a name yet because it is too new, too specific to you, too freshly born from everything you survived to fit inside the language that already exists. This new thing coming, it will look like love. It will feel like recognition. It will arrive with the specific texture of something you have been moving toward your whole life without knowing that was what you were doing. And it will ask you for one thing, not perfection, not performance, not the managed, careful. Here is the version of me that is easiest to accept self that you have sometimes shown the world out of self-protection. It will ask for you, all of you, the version that went through the dark. The version that came out the other side. The version that is standing here right now, watching this, feeling something in your chest that you do not yet have words for, but that your soul recognizes completely. Show up as that person. Because here is the final thing I need you to carry with you from today. The universe does not build someone the way it built you, with that specific kind of resilience, that specific quality of depth, that specific rare capacity to move through fire and come out not hardened, but more open without a plan, without a purpose, without a specific extraordinary life waiting on the other side of the last hard thing. You are not someone who happened to survive. You are someone who was designed to come through it. And everything that is moving towards you now, this person, this shift, this new chapter without a name, is not reward for good behavior. It is not something you earned by suffering enough. It is simply what was always yours. It was always yours. It just required the journey to get you to the place where you are ready to receive it without shrinking from it, without questioning whether you deserve it, without waiting for someone else's permission to believe it. You are ready now. The universe sees you. This person sees you. And today, more than maybe any day before, I need you to see yourself. Not the version that was tested. Not the version that was broken down. Not the version that believed, even briefly, the lies that small people told about you. The version that is here right now, present, whole, standing in everything you actually are with every tool. Every scar that became wisdom, every night that became morning, every ending that cleared the way for something real. That person is something to see. That person is who they cannot stop talking about. That person is whose name carries weight in every room it enters. That person is you. Go live like it. I love you. Stay safe. And trust what is coming, because what is coming has been designed specifically for who you have become. If this message found you today, and I believe it found exactly who it was meant to find, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Leave me a comment below and tell me one word for what you are feeling right now. Just one word, because I read them, and your energy matters in this space. I will see you in the next message. The universe is not done with you yet. Not even close.